Chapter 14, Bestowal. At this point, the Buddha told Maitreya Bodhisattva, Maitreya, I now bestow on you this Dharma of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, which I have accumulated over immeasurable kotis of amsakayas of kalpas. Sutras of this type should, during the final period after my nirvana, be circulated extensively throughout Jambudvipa by you and others with your numinous power, so that Dharma is not cut off. Why? In the future time, there will be good men and women, as well as gods, dragons, demonic spirits, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, and so on, who will generate the intention to achieve Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi and take pleasure in the great Dharma. If they are unable to hear sutras such as this, they will lose its good benefit. When people such as this hear these sutras, they must with great faith and joy realize their rarity and accept them with humility, explaining them extensively according to the benefits that sentient beings will receive from them. Maitreya, you should understand that bodhisattvas may have two inferior characteristics. What are these two? The first is the fondness for miscellaneous phrases and literary embellishment. The second is their lack of fear of penetrating deeply into the actualities of profound meanings. You should understand that it is novice bodhisattvas who are fond of miscellaneous phrases and literary embellishment, those who lack the fear of entering into profound scriptures that are without defilement and without attachment, and who, upon hearing them, become pure in mind and accept and maintain, read and recite and practice them as explained. You should understand that these bodhisattvas have been cultivating the path for a long time. Maitreya, there are two other dharmas, that is, characteristics, regarding how those who are called novices are unable to be definite about the extremely profound dharma. What are these two? 1. The first is that when they hear profound sutras for the first time, they become fearful, generate doubts, and are unable to follow these sutras. Reviling them and lacking faith in them, they say, I have not heard this before. Where did it come from? 2. The second is that when there are those who defend, maintain, and explain profound sutras such as these, the novices are unable to associate with those teachers, making offerings to them, and revere them. Or, at times, they talk about the teacher's transgressions and errors. You should understand that those who have these two dharmas are novice bodhisattvas. They only harm themselves, and they are unable to control their minds within the profound dharma. Maitreya, there are two other dharmas concerning bodhisattvas who devoutly understand the profound dharma, but who still harm themselves and are unable to attain forbearance of the non-arising of dharmas. What are these two? 1. The first is to belittle novice bodhisattvas and not instruct them. 2. The second is to understand the profound dharma, but with a discrimination that grasps at characteristics. These are the two dharmas. When Maitreya heard this explanation, he addressed the Buddha. World-honored one, this is unprecedented. It is as you have explained. I will distantly transcend such evils and maintain the dharma of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi that the Tathagata has accumulated over innumerable asamkayas of kalpas. If in the future there are good men and women who seek the Mahayana, I will make certain that they get hold of such sutras. Using their power of mindfulness, I will cause them to receive and maintain, read and recite, and extensively explain them for others. World-honored one, if, in the latter age, there are those able to receive, maintain, read, recite, and explain them for others, one should understand that these will all be established by Maitreya's numinous power. The Buddha said, Excellent, excellent, Maitreya. It is as you have explained. I am happy for you. At this, all the bodhisattvas held their palms together and addressed the Buddha. We too, after the Buddha's nirvana, will extensively disseminate the Dharma of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi throughout the countries of the 10 directions. We will also guide those who explain the Dharma and cause them to obtain this sutra. Then the 4 heavenly kings addressed the Buddha. World-honored one, in every place, whether city, village, mountain, forest, or wilderness, where there are those who read and recite and explain these fascicles of Scripture, we will lead our palace retainers in proceeding to those places to listen to the Dharma and protect those people. For an era of 100 yojanas, we will make it convenient to hear their explanations without seeking. At this point, the Buddha said to Ananda, "Accept and maintain this sutra and disseminate it extensively." Ananda said, "Assuredly, I have already accepted and maintained its essentials." World-honored one, what is the name of this sutra? The Buddha said, "Ananda, this sutra is named the Discourse of Vimalakirti. It is also called the Dharma Gate of the Inconceivable Emancipation. As such, you should accept and maintain it." When the Buddha finished explaining this sutra, the elder Vimalakirti, Manjushri, Sariputra, Ananda, and all the great congregations of gods, humans, and asuras, hearing what the Buddha had explained, rejoiced greatly. End of Fascicle 3.